Clinton River. So we're just about to exit the Clinton River. We had maybe a 10-minute ride, maybe 15-minute ride down the river to the mouth, which is on the St. Clair River. And we'll cross Lake St. Clair, take the north channel of the St. Clair River, and then we're going to take St. Clair River up to Port Huron, and then beyond to Port Sanilac by the end of the day. Looks like we got about 9 hours of motoring ahead of us. No winds, virtually 2 knots from the south, so once we get on open water, hopefully they'll pick up a little and we can use the sails. So we're away we go.
But I love Huron. Port Huron is such a lively town because the races start here. The Mackinac starts here. Tomorrow there's a race, so that's why we're not staying in the Port Huron Yacht Club, which is where we usually tie up on the wall.
Happy first day of summer, everyone.
Good way to spend it. Going under the Blue Water Bridge.
There's the edge of it right there.
A lot of traffic here on this bridge.
I grew up on the St. Mary's River, where the Sioux Locks are.
Wow.
And that's where we're headed.
How was that to grow up in?
It was amazing. It was a small town, tourist trap. It was a great place to grow up.
Interesting being in Port Sanilac after leaving Port Huron. What we saw in Port Huron was party atmosphere. I mean, just a parade of boats, everybody's in the restaurants. I mean, it was 80-some degrees and everyone was having a great time. And then we got up to Port Sanilac, which is only 30 miles, something like 30 miles north. And everything's shut down. Restaurants are not open, everything's carry out. Yeah, people living in fear, basically. It's very strange. And what we realized, then we get to the Port Sanilac Marina, city marina operated by the state, also as part of the state harbor refuge project. We pull up to the dock. They do have electricity, but they have no water. There's water at the dock, but the city won't turn on the water. Why? The governor has an emergency order telling them that because they're in a zone that is also apparently the same zone as Saginaw, they're not allowed to open yet. No hand on the wheel, so he must be using the autopilot.
Yeah, I changed it 2 degrees to starboard, just to straighten out our course, and 5.6 knots. Wind is at 5.1, so relative.
Yeah. Light winds. We've got
very
the
light wind.
mainsail's up, but it's not doing much. And just take a look at these seas. Pretty flat. 71 out there.
If it's way off, there might be a problem. Houston, we might have a problem.
So we were about a mile from the Port Sanilac reef light, and Dave at the helm. Kelly had just taken the log and recorded that engine temperature was 190, right? And I was down below, I think. I was somewhere else because I wasn't paying attention to the log. And so about 5 minutes later, Dave says the engine sounds different. And so I was in the companionway, went back, and he and I looked at the engine temperature. It was about 200. So we immediately throttled down that didn't really still climbed. So I just cut the engine.